Oh, yeah. I had a voice this morning, but doesn't appear that I kept it. Oh, well. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so not that I'm expecting much, because I think this is just one of those things that's going to take time. So, all right. We are in the Science of Mind text. Now, this is the 1927 edition, the original one. We are in the introduction, and we are in part 4 of the introduction of how to use it. And this is part 2. So I'm starting on page 55, the first full paragraph. So, right here, they must stop and declare that these images of limitation are neither person, place, nor thing, that they have no power, personality, nor presence, and no real law to support them. They do not have to believe in them. They cannot operate through them. They are free from their influence forever. They then begin to fill their thoughts with the idea of faith, the expectancy of good, and the realization of plenty. They sense and mentally see right action in their life. They put their whole trust in the law of good, and it becomes very real to them as they definitely speak it into being, into their being, and into the being of their affairs. They deny anything and everything that contradicts their realization of this truth. Side note, Emma Curtis Hopkins, you want to know about denials? Read Emma Curtis Hopkins. Okay, back to the reading. At this point of realization, they meet a friend who immediately begins a tale of woe about hard times, bad business conditions, etc. And should they listen to this tale of the serpent, they might reverse their previous affirmations and make negative their former mental and spiritual concept. This does not mean that they should refuse to hold conversations with people, nor fear that they will neutralize the position which they have taken in their mind, but that they should refuse to mentally accept the false position. Then they can talk with anyone and not be disturbed. Side note, read the book of Job. His friends, not good friends. Okay, back to the reading. The time will come when we will let our conversation be in heaven and refuse to talk about, read, or think about those things that ought not to be. But someone will say, should we refuse to look at sickness, poverty, and unhappiness? This is not what we are discussing. We will not refuse to help the helpless or lift up the fallen, but we will refuse to wallow in the mud because of our sympathies. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Matthew 15:14. Of all of the people in the world, the ones who have come the nearest to touching the seamless garment of truth have been the most sympathetic and the greatest lovers of the race, the greatest lovers of humanity. Jesus said, "And I, if I be lifted up, not dragged down, will draw all people with me." John 12:32. We are in a world and of it, and it is good that it is so. The world is all right when we view it correctly. Who knows what would transpire if all people would speak the truth? It has never yet been tried, but let not the mouth of the profane hinder those who would enter, thereby keeping them from entering. The world has never yet followed the simple ethics of Jesus, yet it is loud in its proclamation that it is Christian. This statement is not written in a spirit of controversy. It is one of conviction, and will make its appeal only to those who are convinced. A person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. Let us return to the person who really wishes to demonstrate the supremacy of spiritual thought force over apparent material resistance. Let us put their treatment in the first person, impersonating them for the purpose of clarity. I am a center of the divine mind, a point of God conscious life, truth and action. My affairs are divinely guided and guarded into right action, into correct results. Everything I do, say, or think is stimulated by the truth. There is no power in this word that I speak. There is power in this word that I speak, because it is of truth and it is the truth. There is perfect and continuous right action in my life and affairs. All belief in wrong action is dispelled and made negative. Right action alone has power, and right action is power, and power is God, the living Spirit Almighty. This Spirit animates everything that I do, say, or think. Ideas come to me daily, and these ideas are divine ideas. They direct me and sustain me without effort. I am continuously directed. I am compelled to do the right thing at the right time, to say the right word at the right time, to follow the right course at all times. All suggestions of age, poverty, limitation, or unhappiness is uprooted in my mind and cannot gain entrance to my thought. I am happy, well, filled with perfect life. I live in the spirit of truth and am conscious that the spirit of truth lives in me. My word is the law unto its own manifestation and will bring to me or cause me to be brought to its fulfillment. There is no unbelief, no doubt, no uncertainty. I know, and I know that I know. Let every thought of doubt vanish from my mind, that I may know the truth, and the truth may make me free. The truth is instantaneous in its demonstration, taking only such time in its unfoldment as is inherent in the law of a logical and sequential evolution. In this invisible law of unfoldment, we must come to trust. And although we do not see the way, we must believe that the way is and is operative. We must trust the invisible, for it is the sole cause of that which is visible. Things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Hebrew 11:3. Healing and demonstration take place as our minds become attuned to the truth of being. There is no process of healing, but there is generally a process in healing. This process is the time and effort which we undergo in our realization of the truth. The one who wishes scientifically to work out their problems must daily take the time to meditate and mentally treat the condition, no matter what the apparent contradictions may be. They are working silently in the law, and the law will find an outlet through their faith in it. This law is the law which puts the act into all action. It is the invisible actor working through us working through us to will and to do. As a result of right treatment, the mold formed in the subjective mind by the treatment makes possible a concrete manifestation. The treatment is an intelligent energy in the invisible world. It is a spiritual entity working through the law of mind, and it is an actual force now consciously directed. Therefore, it is an actual force now consciously... I think I reread the line there. It is an actual force now consciously directed. Therefore, it must produce specific results. This will not seem strange to those who have given thought to the subject, as the primordial word of creation is the only thing which explains creation. So every person's word, partaking of this original nature as it does, must reproduce the creative function in their life at the level of their consciousness of one life back of, in, and through all. A treatment is a spiritual entity in the mental world and is equipped with power and volition, as much power and volition as there is faith in it, given to it by the mind of the one using it. And operating through the law, it knows exactly how to work and what methods to use and just how to use them. We do not put the power in this word, but we do let the power of the law flow through it. And the one who most completely believes in this power will produce the best results. This is the law of cause and effect again. When one gives a treatment for right action and does not believe that right action will be the result, they make their own treatment negative. Therefore, we should spend much time in convincing ourselves of the truth of our treatments. Now, this is not a power of will, but a power of choice. We do not put the power into the treatment, and we will take out of the treatment only as much as we believe in it. Emphasis earnest. If one doubts their ability to give an effective treatment, they should specifically treat themselves to remove this doubt. They should say something like this, but not necessarily these words. I am convinced that this word has power, and I firmly believe in it. I trust it to produce the right results in my life or in the life of the one for whom I am using my words. We should work without anxiety, but with expectancy, not by coercion, but with conviction, not through compulsion, but as a state of conscious recognition and receptivity. We do not have to drive or push, but we must accept and believe. We should then, leaving everything to the law, expecting a full and complete proof of our faith, we should not be disappointed nor chagrined, for the law is our faithful servant. One should treat any given proposition until they prove their principle, no matter how long it takes. We should treat until we get results, until there comes into our objective experience the actual outpouring of our subjective words. When working for someone else, speak the name of this person into mind, then proceed with the treatment. Should someone come to you with the question, am I too old to find my rightful place? What are you as a practitioner to reply? You explain that there is no recognition of age in the truth, that everyone has their place in truth, and that God does not withdraw itself from us at a certain age, for God is omnipresent. In this presence, every being is fully provided for at every age. A practitioner consciously removes the apparent obstruction and leaves the field open to a new influx of spirit. They resolve things into thoughts, dissolve the negative appearance in the condition by recognizing only perfection. The practitioner must know and must state that there are no obstacles in the pathway of truth. Emphasis earnest. He must know that they must know that their word, being the activity of truth, removes all obstructions from the pathway of their patient or the one for whom they are working. If the obstruction is the result of a hangover, of belief from past years, the practitioner must know that no past mistakes can hinder or obstruct the flow of divine intelligence through God's ideas, which is perfect person, manifesting the attributes of God in freedom, happiness, activity, and power, and that this truth is now made manifest in their life. The patient should try to be receptive, not to the will of the practitioner, but to the purpose of the universe. That is, the patient should expect results and should be willing to give up anything and everything that would hinder the demonstration. Perfect belief is the beginning and the end of all good mental work. The mental attitude of the practitioner is one of denial towards every false condition that opposes the principle of life as the one of absolute perfection. God's world is perfect, and this is the principle we have to demonstrate. Spiritual things must be spiritually concerned, and when we are ready and willing spiritually to discern, we shall find a ready response from the invisible into the visible. Let us do our work conscientiously and thoroughly, and leave the results to the law, which is perfect. A new light is coming into the world. We are on the borderlands of a new experience. The veil between spirit and matter is very thin. The invisible passes into visibility through our faith in it. A new science, a new religion, and a new philosophy are rapidly being developed. This is in line with the evolution of the Great Presence, and nothing can hinder its progress. It is useless as well as foolish to make any attempt to cover this principle, or to hold it as a vested right of any religion, sect, or order. The truth will out. The Spirit will make itself known. Happy are we if we see these things, which, from the foundation of the human race, has been longed for by all aspiring souls. True thought deals directly with the first cause, and this science is the study of the first cause, spirit or the truth, the invisible essence, the ultimate stuff and intelligence from which everything comes, the power back of creation, the thing itself. All right, well, we are done with the introduction. That's why you can see why Ernest didn't want to start a religion. He believed this is more of a philosophy. It's like Buddhism. It's a way of life. It's not a religion. We don't think we have the truth. We don't think we have the only truth. We just have kind of figured out, hey, you know what? It works when we live this way. And so we're not running around telling anybody else that they're wrong. We're just saying, hey, have you tried this? It's kind of cool. It's like we're kids with new toys. It's like we want to share the new toy with everybody. So Science of Mind isn't a religion. It isn't. It's definitely more of a philosophy. It's a way of moving through the world. So, all right. So, we will start tomorrow with part 1, the nature of being. And we are going to go from there. So, it's going to be a grand adventure. I'm already enjoying this. It's like I've read this book, and I've read this book multiple times, that I've read bits and pieces of the book. But to like actually sit down and read it cover to cover, I don't think I've ever done that. So I hope you're enjoying the journey with me. All right. Just a couple of housekeeping things just to let you know. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. And I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I do encourage you to go and like and follow and share and subscribe and do all that stuff. It's an easy way that you can support us, and it didn't cost you anything but a click. If you want to know what's going on with the center, you've got 2 ways to do that, outside of all the social media, because we do try and put what we're doing up on the social media. Because we have a soul session coming up that we're kind of excited about. We have, if you want to get on the Constant Contact, email info@creativelife.org. The Constant Contact, you get the email once a week. The hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll either take you right to the information or to the person that can help you get. Our website is back up, so you can also go to creativelife.org. So those are the ways that you can get in touch with us for whatever it is that, is going on. All right. Yep, I guess I'm at the part where I will encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a drying out day, the humidity day, a dress for the weather day, because it's hot and sticky already. I know where I live. A doctor appointment day, a let's get some answers day, a know that this is going to be all right day, a drink plenty of water day, a good day, because we're out of adjectives day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godly. All right, beloveds. I'll go rest my voice for a minute. I want to remind you, explore the truth of your being. Peel back the layers of everything that anybody has ever told you about yourself, whether they know you or not, and get to know who the divine knows you to be. All right? Because I can promise you one thing. It's the only thing I can promise you. The person the divine knows you to be is good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.